Okay. Welcome everyone to actually, I think our first no safe rolls one shot Shovelheads. I'm Ian, the perma GM, except when I'm not. Now I'm getting to play more, so I suppose I have to stop saying that. But welcome. We're glad to have you here, and we hope we're going to have a lot of traumatizing fun tonight. Real quick, like I said, I'll introduce myself. My name's Ian. My pronouns are he, him, and I am mostly found online at Genghis Pawn and all kinds of different things, and a lot of things here at No Safe Rolls. I will pop it over to Jonathan to quickly introduce himself.
How dare you? Hi everybody, my name is Jonathan. I am the community manager for Jackalope Live Action Studios. We run Coven 1934 and this little completely unrelated to this game called The Night in Question. Uh, so, which is a blockbuster Sabbat LARP. We may or may not be running that this year. So people will get to find out about that one. You can find all over the internet as some variation of Noxious. You can actually find me here on this channel now as of this past weekend. Um, uh, as part of the cast of Saint Ardent by Night. And I'm gonna toss it over to Megan.
Hello, my name is Megan. You can find me on socials at Starweaver or at ArchStarweaver, depending on your taste. You can find me on the Beloved Nerds channel as well as this lovely channel now. Um, and I don't really have a lot more to promote. I'm very excited to be here, very excited to be a monster. And I will go ahead and pass that over to Emily.
Yep, I am Emily. I'm Cave Girl on various social medias. Um, I design and publish various RPGs for a living, which is fun. Go buy my stuff, give me money. And yeah, I think that only leaves one person left to go, so I'm going to pass it over to you.
Appreciate it. I am Doc, the latter half of Creative Disarray. We can be found anywhere at Creative Disarray Inc. So really working along the lines of TTRPGs, actual plays, production, and custom stickers and things like that. So if those are things you're looking for and of interest, other than horrifying things like what we're doing tonight, then by all means look us up there. I appreciate the time of being here.
Right. The only other thing that I think I want to plug is you can't really see it, but I'm wearing this fancy, as I accidentally flash my nipples to all of Twitch. Um,
You got the
this
size.
wonderful Shovelheads shirt that you can purchase for yourself, and you should immediately stop what you're doing and go do that. You can purchase that for yourself at the link that is in chat right now. We also have a whole bunch of other merch there, a lot of fantastic character shirts, no safe rules shirts, hoodies. And I believe now there is some frying pan merchandise as well. So everybody loves frying pan. If you don't know who Frying Pan is, get with it and learn who Frying Pan is. So, that being said, I think that's a good place to get started. So, we're opening on December 31st, 1995, in a smaller, mid-sized American town in the South somewhere. Does that really matter where? Probably not. Most of these little towns are a dime a dozen in America. But here we are, New Year's Eve. And as is often the case on New Year's Eve, in these uh, kind of hick towns, there is a large house and a field, which is the absolute place to be for a party night like this. It's an old plantation house, manor house called the McCoy Plantation, and it's a big sprawling area of about 5 acres, um, where there's it's the kind of party though that you can get real lost at. Like there's a lot of dark corners and dark places that people could kind of blend into to do illicit substances or have trysts or whatever it is they might want to do. whatever sort of legit or nefarious rendezvous one needs to have, there it is at this party house, the McCoy Plantation. For the most part, all of you know most of these people. The party's lit up. We're getting close to midnight. So I want to allow you all to introduce yourself in your corruptible human forms. So let's begin with, I don't know who wants to go first. Let's start with Esther.
Hi, I'm Esther. Feeling very uncomfortable in this outfit tonight, but really excited. And I know that my friend told me that it was going to be, really good. And I think I just need to get out of my comfort zone a little bit more. And so tonight's going to be that night for me. And I had my proclivities about showing this much skin, especially since I'm not married yet. But they say that I have to show the merchandise, I guess, before I can find someone. So I know God won't judge me. So as long as I just make sure that my skirt is pulled down and my dress is pulled up, I'll be fine.
All right, and what is Victor up to?
Well, Victor is the person who always seems to be comfortably on the clock. He has spent a lot of his time just doing a lot of mercenary and security work and not really asking questions of why. So while he does his best to appear comfortable and flash smiles where he needs to and nod and start in conversations, he is honestly one of the type to be checking every corner. Even if he's not there to actually watch someone he's supposed to be enjoying himself, he's still there to prove a point, and that's really all that's ever on his mind. He can't ever really switch it off. It's the next fight, the next conflict, the next thing that can go wrong that he can't shut it off from. So he's always kind of appears prim and proper unless he's in the middle of it, and always ready for kind of business. So at the same time right now, he's, even when he's talking to someone and kind of perusing and walking around and trying to gauge all the exits and that, he is shifting from spot to spot, eye to eye, and meeting all the marks that he's supposed to know how to leave or to find a place where he can hunker down in the same sense.
Definitely. And I would say that this is probably a very uncomfortable moment for Victor, because every once in a while you notice out of the corner of your eye people that you don't know. But then when you take a second look, it's like they're not there. And being in this small town, you think you know everybody, but that's strange. Maybe you thought you saw something, maybe you didn't see anything, but you're clocking it. It's definitely something unusual.
And I would definitely say that over time, that consistently happening would then kind of break his facade a little bit more, and he would have a harder time engaging and paying attention to the party and being the party goer, and then be more and more almost paranoid at a certain point that's where his attention should be.
Let's check in on Ellie. What is Ellie up to at the party?
Ellie is having a great time. She has brought herself a big old Ziploc baggie of weed, a big old Ziploc baggie of shrooms, a cassette tape of Old Public Enemy, and is busy explaining to anyone who will listen that the Chernobyl nuclear disaster was the fall of wormwood in the Bible. We know this because it turns the waters bitter, which the nuclear power leaching into the groundwater has done. And also, Chernobyl means wormwood in the Russian language, meaning that, it's a nuclear power station, stars a nuclear fire, it all makes sense. So everything's, we all know everything's kind of coming to a crunch point and a decision point, which is why you should be investing in gold and stocking up on canned goods and bottled water in your basement, which of course you have, because you've been seeing this coming, and the government's not going to protect you, because we saw what they did at Waco when people were trying to protect themselves. and is just going to carry on like that if nobody stops her, whilst getting steadily higher and higher over the course of the evening.
And I would say, as you're talking about these things, you think maybe it's the drugs. It has to be the drugs. But you think you see somebody that's taller than everybody else at this party, nodding in agreement to everything you say. But then when you take a second look, they are not there. But it has to be the drugs, right? I don't know.
Or some kind of guardian angel, in which case, big thumbs up.
Could be a guardian angel. Let's check in. Let's check in with Lucas.
Lucas Cortez, well, everybody else is here obviously to have a good time. And after what I've just learned about Ellie, I might in fact be one of your favorite people in the room. Lucas isn't here so much to party as he is here to deal, and he is here to watch his big brother's back. Lucas is part of a small-time drug operation with his brother Hector. So yeah, parties aren't for fun, they're for business. And on a night like New Year's Eve, I would say business is probably pretty damn good tonight.
Oh, most definitely. Especially in this kind of town, everybody needs it. Believe me. So
I would
you
never.
think you would never. But you think you might clock somebody you don't know too. Kind of again from the shadows a little bit that has a look at you as if they're watching how you operate, how you do your business, to see if you're subtle about it or if you're way out in the open about it. But again, when you take another look, you don't think they're there. Have you been in your stash? You don't know. Is that what that was? It's a little
I don't carry
mysterious.
my own supply. Just give a little nudge to Hector, just be on your guard.
We kind of return to Esther for just a second. When you think you're kind of are you kind of wallflowering at this party?
I would say so. She came in with her friend and then was promptly told that the friend would be back with a drink. And the friend has not shown up yet again. So she's just kind of like very awkwardly and like nervously fidgeting with her rosary at the moment, just like looking at everybody and probably clocking some of the seedier things that are happening. And she's like, I am not supposed to be here. Mary?
As you're
Mary?
as you're playing with the rosary, you kind of feel a little tug on it. And what you think you see is impossible, which is a shadow retract from you and kind of go back into the wall.
Mary? And she just starts looking around a little bit more. And she just like looks back at the wall and she's like, don't do that. Whatever that is. And she just like is a little bit away from the wall.
And my next question is, do all of these characters know each other?
I feel like Ellie and Lucas probably do.
I think so, definitely.
I think
Yeah.
Victor would maybe
Definitely.
know of an operation like that, but maybe not personally know them just from.
I'm willing to say that you've probably thrown me or Hector out of somewhere before.
Yeah, like I said, running security at local, for local clubs or for
Yeah.
bigger parties and things like that. Like he knows of the.
You've definitely thrown me out of places before.
do we feel like, does Ellie seem like the kind of individual who would have like gone to church functions or like discussion groups about biblical things, leaning into that like kind of conspiracy thing, or was she
Like,
more alone?
I feel like selectively, she's probably gone to every church function in like a 20-minute radius and kind of
Okay, so
scoped them out to see if they agree with her and
So she's
concluded that
definitely
they're all libs and useless.
she probably has at least seen Ellie,
Yeah.
and Esther probably, uh, knowing her, would have very much seen Ellie and just immediately was like, "Oh, I'm so glad that you're here. Like, thank you so much for coming. It's so good to have another face here." Just like she would instantly go into that the second she saw Ellie, and whether or not that was well received or anything, she she tried her little best to
think I think Ellie's going to be receptive. I think she's immediately just going to be like, "Good to see you. Bottle of this for you. Smoke this. Let's go find somewhere chill. Let's get into this."
and she's like holding, just like, I don't, okay, I don't know where my friend is. Um, uh, I guess, okay, I'll go with you.
Nice. So have they explained to you about the Trilateral Commission yet?
I don't know what that is, but tell me more.
Oh, that's some sinister shit.
Oh,
It's,
that sounds bad.
you know, the ones in power, the people that are like
God.
pulling all the strings behind the government. It's how they get rid of, anything that needs to be not around anymore. Because, like, you're a good Christian woman, right?
Yes, I would certainly say so.
Despite all of. Anyway, yeah, they're not going to want people like that around. People with conviction. They're not going to be.
Well, that sounds bad.
Yeah, keep your eyes peeled.
Are you saying that I, as a white Christian woman, should fear for my life?
It's less the white and the woman bit and more the Christian bit, but yeah,
Oh,
it's
Yep, the persecution is really bad.
well, it's because churches are sites of community organization which are outside of the government's power.
I think my
They
dad
don't
said that
want you,
once.
yeah, they don't want you being connected to people in your local area in a way that they can't control. Particularly if you have like shared ideals and convictions, they really don't want that. Like they'd be going after, the Hindus and the Jews and the Muslims, all the same. Anybody with a thing going for them, they want you to be all secular and atomized in your little boxes, so they can't. You get what I'm saying, right? You get what I'm saying.
Mary? I
I think in passing behind you as he's going, Lucas is just gonna sort of like lean back, lean back to call something out to somebody as you're walking. So like behind Esther, all that Esther's gonna hear is that's like 5-10 Hail Marys in your hands, by the way, and just keep going.
yeah, she's still like, still, should I hand these to somebody? I'm gonna hand these to somebody.
No, it'll loosen you up. It'll loosen you up. Have a little.
No, I'm not supposed to be like
No,
that.
that's the thing. That's the thing. It's natural. It's meant to be there. God made weed for us for a reason. It's none of that chemicals shit. You can trust it.
Oh. Well.
Why do you think they made it illegal? It's good for you.
Remember that pitch.
Oh. Well. Okay. I've drank communion wine before, for sure. So that
Good
I don't
stuff.
really have a problem. But okay. Well,
Atta girl.
Oh,
oh,
so bad.
is it burn? Yeah, it's burning. Um, that's nice. Am I? Can I have more of it? Where?
So my mate Lucas is going around. Go find him, have a little chat with him. He's got the good stuff.
I'm afraid to walk around here alone. I don't know where my friend is.
Hmm. Well, good news is you've got a big glass bottle in your hand, which means if anybody tries anything funny, you just go onto the wall, take the bottom off, and then give them a little poke with the sharp end. Simple.
Um, okay. Thank you. Thanks.
You know where your exits are.
And
Okay. Yeah.
Good.
Well, thanks for the chat. And
I like
this,
you.
you should come to the church more.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, they're cool, right? They're cool.
Yeah. Yeah. They're really cool. Christ is really cool. And I'm sure the more that the more that you learn about the word and whatnot and what good he has to do for you once you give him your heart and your soul, you'll love it.
And you're not affiliated with any of the big organizations, nothing like that.
I don't know. I don't think so. My church is pretty small.
You're not Anglicans, right?
No.
Good, because that's fucking ridiculous. You know the Queen of England is officially the head of their church.
That's a lot. You said that I should go find Lucas.
Yeah. He'll mellow you out. I'll see you
Okay.
around.
Yeah.
and so, sort of in this moment, when you're all starting to move, you feel the party move as one. Most people are moving outside where everything is lit up with a series of small bonfires and a little bit of that wonderful fluorescent construction lighting. Because usually at the end of the evening, come New Year's Eve, there's usually a fireworks display at this place. And you're reminded in this moment, just as everybody moves and the feeling of the party is reaching its climax, that that New Year's is really a ritual. It's a ritual. It's something that everybody feels almost at the same time, and it's a transformative time. And so while you're thinking about that, and your characters kind of move with the crowd and move closer to each other by design or by fate, you don't know. What is everyone's New Year's wish?
By the grace of God, actually. Yeah, so.
I'm gonna work out how to get a laser printer going, and I'm gonna start publishing explanatory pamphlets for the masses with flowcharts.
Revealing truth.
This
What about
year's
what?
going to be the year Hector and I finally get enough money and get the fuck out of this shithole of a town.
Moving on. That's a common one as well. It's very. What does Victor wish for?
Say, as I kind of touched on with Victor, he feels more at home at the next conflict. So towards the end of this year, some conflicts would be over, and to give himself purpose and find that purpose again, he'd be wishing for more conflict that is in the name of peace.
Oh.
A new war for peace. And what does Esther wish for?
To bring more people into the arms of God.
Be a messenger of the Almighty.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Spread His word. Spread the good word.
Man, we're such good people.
Yeah.
We're the
Well,
best.
You are feeling pretty good about those wishes. You think that this might be the night that some of that comes true, and at the same time, there's an anxiety in wishing. There's a absolute terror of a wish fulfilled in not quite the way that you want it, or a wish that doesn't come true, and that's the anxiety of New Year's Eve. But we won't know until New Year's Day. And as you are all thinking about all of these things, the countdown to New Year's begins to resonate in your head. 10, 9, 8. And you think you can feel your own heartbeat. 7, 6, 5. Are those lights going out? Are the bonfires a little less bright than you thought they were? 4, 3, 2. Was that a scream? 1. And that is the last thing you remember. Sometime later, you're not sure how much later, you wake up in total darkness. You cannot see anything. In this moment, you can only feel. And what is it that you feel? It's a variety of sensations. The floor seems hard, metal, a little oily, perhaps smudges of some kind of grime. It's wet. There is a smell that you don't quite recognize, but you feel like has always been familiar with it, and that's mixed with the smell of decay. And you can hear as well. You hear screaming, pained moaning all around you. So in that moment, what do you do?
Yeah, I think Victor would go into an almost kind of a state of awareness of trying to check himself over from top to bottom, like almost like a system check, as it were. Almost kind of relying on the thought of training, being in a situation like that where you have no other connection or knowledge of your whereabouts, and literally just trying to assess from top to bottom, and trying to fight the panic that he knows is rising. Big fear of being buried alive is a huge fear of his in all of the conflicts he's been in. So he's really trying to fight that by assessing and trying to grasp from literally head to toe, injuries and literally like a systems check, almost robotically.
Strangely enough, you don't feel injured, But if you had anything equipment-wise on you when you're doing your kind of standard pat down on yourself, you do not have it. You are unarmed. And I imagine that is a fairly terrifying feeling for Victor.
Yeah, no, the panic then lurches forward in his approach to keep it at bay. It's now, rising like a tide for sure.
What about Lucas? What is Lucas feeling right now?
There's definitely panic. Being in a place I don't recognize, not knowing how I got here, not knowing where my brother is. I think there'll be that definite that attempt to like get up or call out for Hector, not knowing what the fuck is going on.
If you call out, you do not hear a response other than a bunch of people saying, "Help me, help me. Where am I?" But it's a little hard to place where any of them are because there's so many of them.
Yeah, that
Ellie,
panic is definitely going up.
Ellie, what do you think at this moment?
Well, it's pretty clear what's happened. Obviously, they've been watching me for a while and they had to deal with this. So, first step, check the skin for any injuries, scars, lumps, anything like that, which means they've microchipped me. If nothing like that is there, we can then start doing reality checks, see if there's like coherent memories, see if there are any hallucinations in senses which we do still have access to, and then after that starts. Like, check the pockets for the knife. When the knife's not there, start just checking the ground for blunt or sharp objects that might be of use.
So when you check yourself, you are presumably unharmed. Nothing, no microchipping that you can find. You're definitely trying to find something as you kind of paw around in the darkness, and you think you might have just put your hand through someone.
I'm gonna lick my
Sort of a
finger, see what
what?
it tastes like.
Let's come back to that. But Esther, what do you think in this moment?
No, Esther is
Amazing.
I think so. It's completely dark. Esther is just like, she is very nervously just like fingering her rosary and is like hearing all of this and like the screaming and everything, and it's just like trying to hold back sobs and her own fear, and is just, there's, don't worry, you'll be okay. I'm gonna find you. And just like tries to make her way. Like once she tries to like get up, and then will try to like make her way to the nearest like scream and or moaning. And will probably actually try to be like on all fours because she cannot see. And so she'll be like kind of tapping around to make sure that she's like not, bumping into anybody, whatever.
Yes.
But she's like, it's fine. You're gonna be okay. Don't worry.
And that,
I don't know what's going on, but you're gonna be okay.
I don't think that convinces Esther any more than it convinces everyone else.
Yeah.
But definitely, if you're on your hands and knees, you feel this like wet, sticky griminess of filth. And that smell gets a little closer. That you're still trying to put your finger on it. I mean, you literally just put your fingers in it, but you're trying to put your finger on what that smell is. And it's gross, but you feel like the more you're in it, the less gross it is. Hmm.
She kind of like brings it up and will do like sniff test.
When you do a sniff test on it, and this is similar to what's going to happen to Ellie, that's when you remember how hungry you are. That kind of hungriness when you skip breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it's the next day already, and your stomach is just churning, but this isn't like a stomach churning. This is like your whole body just wants that this to fulfill this hunger. And it's kind of in that moment that you realize what that smell is. Maybe you remember being a child and skinning a knee or been in an accident as an adult. That smell is blood. And in this moment, nothing would taste better than fresh blood.
Esther sort of like almost like instinctively gags for a second, and then she like smells again. Like, oh God. And she doesn't say, oh God, that's a Megan slip, sorry. She says, oh God. And then like, she'll lick her fingers. And it just like look in abject horror at like what she just did. Like, there's obviously something very wrong with me. And she just tries to like, um, she just tries to move forward. Um, yeah, she's like, no, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And she's having some feelings.
Welcome to Breakdown.
She's very, very confused about just how delicious that was and how right that felt, and she is trying to ignore it.
Nothing you have ever eaten has ever hit the spot like this. And there's a little voice in your back of your head that's saying more, more. And Ellie, you'd put the science in your mouth. Um, so how do you feel about that? Tasting this substance that's better than any drug you've ever had, better than any food, better than any sex that you've ever had. Just that little snippet of taste.
It is somewhat worrying that they've laced it with something. But I am hungry. There's going to be a little internal debate as Ellie's trying to basically work out if this is a trap or if it's better to just kind of go along with it. I'm going to make a self-control roll, if that's okay, to see which way she lands on that.
Okay, yeah.
Well, that's a failure.
Since you failed, that is a good transition because
We like a good failure.
you start to get a voice in the back of your head that's basically telling you this drug is best if taken directly from the tap. And as you roll your tongue around your teeth, you feel fangs
That's unexpected.
Or in your case, very
That-
easy.
Being an absolute conspiracy nut job, what do you reckon Ellie reckons is going on right now? Like, what theory do you think best suits what's going through her head?
I'm hallucinating. This is MK Ultra.
Yeah, it makes sense. In which case, none of this is real. Let's fucking feed.
Or
Yeah.
government experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, same diff.
Just like whatever horrible, tasty puddle is down there, just kind of scoop it up in the hands and
Oh, yeah, that's the stuff. It's sort of in that moment that you think you feel the floor start to move. And I want everybody to give me a Dex athletics check. Difficulty 6.
one success.
One success.
One success.
All right.
Two successes. All right.
2 successes.
6.
6 successes?
Brutal.
Oh, good.
Tens. Many tens.
All right, yeah, well. Certainly Lucas does a backflip and lands right on his feet. Yeah, the floor is in fact tilting. And you hear more screaming as people who are in whatever space this is with you start to slide. It's a slow tilt, but it's a tilt. And now I want, as you all are feeling like all this screaming, the hunger itself gnawing at you, and this fluid's just coming all over this area. One fluid. I'm sorry, not that kind of party. These fluids kind of like coming over you. Give me like a self-control difficulty 8 check.
All of us?
Oh, fuck you, Ian.
Control.
Have I
We're
already
so-
failed mine, or do I try again?
I think you are you decided that you were just going to go ahead and start feeding. Yes, so yeah, you're good.
Nah.
Uh,
I
success.
failed that.
I got no successes and I crit failed. I
Okay.
don't know if it's possible to do it on one of these rolls, but for the
Yeah,
record,
yeah, but I mean,
Failed.
well, and then Victor, did you
One success.
one success?
give me the blood.
With one success, you managed to resist the urge. With 0 successes, you do not. And that urge is to bite the first human thing that comes near you and drink it.
Absolutely. Whatever is within range.
Right. So yeah, a person kind of slides by you, and you just, I think, just grab them and start chawing down. After someone asks for your help, it's not help you give them. You take their hand and you just bite.
Oh my god. Yeah. She fully intends to help this person initially, and she is freaking out. But the second that, like, there's proximity, and her hunger kicks in. She's like crying as she's trying to get there, but the second she smells the blood, the tears kind of stop, and she just immediately just like goes for it, like full into it, and is like punched over with this person's wrist, and in fact probably like realizes that she's not getting the blood like as effectively as she could be, and would just like after a little while would just go for like specifically the neck just to try to get a better access point. She is feasting at the moment.
All right.
Well, we started at 0 and then we got there, Esther, already, so that's good.
You feel,
Thanks, beast.
I'd say Victor probably hears this the most because he is not distracted by the beast. But yeah, you now hear screaming and the sounds of what might be very messy eating, as if people in this space are being devoured.
I assume even for him that would trigger, well, obviously the scent of blood, I'm sure, is obviously still very common to him historically, and being in certain situations and in certain conflicts, especially historically, where bloodlust was, a common noise as well, would definitely put him kind of, trying to find stable ground and trying to maintain the control. Like that's his biggest thing is finding that connection to himself to reestablish where he is, get control of the situation and himself, and then approach the conflict. And obviously with a tilting ground and stuff like that, that's a very difficult thing to do. And I assume that, well, I guess that's the other question is, in your opinion, would it increase the difficulty for him to continue control if he had been part of other things in local rituals, for example, that weren't necessarily human blood, but other like animal blood and stuff like those types of things?
Yeah, it will increase the difficulty on what will be like the next check, which is when Victor is a little thrown off as the battlefield changes once again. As you feel a lurch, and then the floor tilts the other way. So now give me a self-control difficulty 9.
Is that all of us or just
The rest of you kind of taking care of it.
That is not a success.
Okay. Yeah. You are sort of taken in a bloodlust of a different kind, in which you want to bite someone as hard as you can and take their blood. And so the first person that slides by you is very unlucky and is the victim of your bestial wrath as you start to feed.
Yeah, and I will say it would be no hesitation at that point, just pure animalistic biting and hold. If losing grip, finding another space to bite in, just guttural feasting, almost like wanting the power of it at that point.
Good. And so the four of you are kind of taken with this. You think even the thing tilts back and forth another few times, but at this point you don't notice. And it does satisfy your hunger, and the more that you feed, the more you feel your self-control coming back to you. And you start to, for lack of a better description, you've had a Snickers, and you feel like yourself again. And you feel control coming back. And you're not sure why, but this all felt real and natural to you, not like something that you shouldn't do. You feel pretty okay about what you've done, which is strange in this situation because you've never done anything like this before. And then in that moment, you feel the floor drop. It doesn't drop far, but it's enough to kind of rattle everything in this, wherever you're in. And it settles. The floor has stopped tilting. You think you may see through one end a sliver of light, where there could be, like, almost as if you see a closed door and there's that little sliver of light that comes through it. And you hear from the outside what seems to be the rattling of chains and maybe the unlocking of a lock. And then that sliver of light expands as the creak of a door opens. And the space you're in is now flooded with those awful, super bright nighttime construction lights. And you find yourself in a mess of injured people and corpses and a lot of blood. The question is, do you go towards the light?
Oh, I'm throwing myself straight at it. Because I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm surrounded by dead people. I am not getting arrested here tonight.
I think Victor would first look around now that he can see a little bit to see if there's anything that would help him increase his standing, tactically speaking, before more cautiously approaching the light versus just charging towards it like it is the savior.
There's nothing in here that probably can be too tactically used unless you hit people with a
the arm he chewed off,
severed arm or something. Yeah. It's not entirely ineffective, but it,
yeah.
not as tactical as you'd like.
We could give a hand. I got you.
Give yourselves a hand.
Onto the chat. Yes, I am in fact. Yes, Lucas is in fact doing the self-yeet because he does not want to admit to himself that he is really scared that he's going to turn around and see his brother's face amongst whatever is laying on the floor.
Esther would probably still be in the throes, like kind of distracted or just so enveloped that until she's like getting nothing, she will not be like detaching herself.
Okay.
She is experiencing rapture.
I would say that it doesn't take as long as you'd think to drink somebody to the point of dry.
And actually, sorry, another question. Like in that, seeing the light, does Victor recognize who he was gnawing on?
You do not. You think it's maybe a familiar face from the party, but not like somebody you were personally fond of.
That's a small list anyway.
Yeah. Ellie, do you go to the light?
Okay. I reckon Ellie is going to look at the most of a person that she's been feeding on and just quietly unhook their belt, wrap one end around her fist and keep the buckle end as something to smack people with, and then start slowly making her way towards the light, making sure there's somebody else between her and the light as she goes. Because, like, she thinks this is definitely going to be a trap.
definitely Lucas is there. So
Yeah.
you've got Lucas.
Yeah, hide behind Lucas.
And see,
Fuck twice. Oh boy.
I would say, Lucas, as you would notice this first, as you approach the lights, there you feel, you see it before you almost feel it. And it's like the point of a spear that you're about to run into.
Oh fuck. I will skid.
And a voice. Easy there, Tiger. Anybody else in there?
Alive? I think.
Just take a step back. I ain't gonna hurt you yet.
Take a step back. I'm feeling that I'm gonna back into Ellie. Back into Ellie, jump like 3 feet in the air, you know. Oh fuck.
The scared cat. Meow! Jumps straight
Yeah,
in the air.
pretty much.
It's the Dwight and Angela meme in the office. Jeez.
Fucking Bellhorn or something.
So you you see this figure emerge, and the figure kind of yells into the place you were in, like, anybody else awaken there? Come on, wakey wakey. I think you've already had your breakfast.
Esther will, like, after she has realized that she cannot get any more from this particular juice box, she like looks up and just like face, lower half just like covered in blood. She goes, "We're over here, we're okay. We're okay."
Your fucking self.
Come on out into the light where I can see you.
I think Victor, knowing that there's no other exit, would then, kind of stand more upright and kind of put his hands up a little bit, almost not quite surrender, but knowing that he's at the disadvantage, and and proceed to walk towards the light, still cautiously, but with the, hey, I'm confirming to your order. I am walking forward. I'm not causing the trouble.
Okay. And with you now outside of, if you turn around, you can see that you were in a cargo container that appears, if you look up a little bit, was chained to the ceiling. And this figure in front of you is, well, for the 90s, it might not have been so unusual. But it's a tall, well-built man with, he's wearing like leather pants, combat boots, a trench coat with no shirt, piercings just everywhere, ears, nipples, face. A lot more piercings than a human being should really have. And from what you can see in his shirtless form, he's got a lot of tattoos, but they do not recognize them. And he's wearing sunglasses.
At night, all right, Corey Hart.
That's pretty 90s. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's,
Motherfucker out here is the bastard love child of Eric the Raven and Pinhead.
I mean, I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm not against that, actually.
No, I'm really good with that. Hey, So, have you heard about our Lord and Savior? Uh,
It's just I'm sorry. Um, so he's got over his shoulder, he's got a shotgun. But his other hand, he's got what looks to be a spear. And he's kind of brandishing it at you, not trying to run you through with it, but he's trying to keep you back a little bit. And he regards each of you carefully. And he's like, so you all, y'all feeling better?
Hmm.
It's like a very relative term.
I'm really fucking pissed and I'm really fucking confused.
Sometimes it's the confusion that reveals the truth.
The truth that
You
you're
with
gonna
the
reveal in like
government.
15 seconds is where my fucking brother is.
Your brother. Y'all ever shake a jar of ants?
Why would we do that?
Sometimes it's the best way to figure out who the top ant is. Guess who the top ants are?
Work for?
Now,
Yes.
see, that's the right question.
You with the government?
Do I look like I'm with the fucking government?
Well, it depends on the government, I suppose.
You with the lizards?
I don't think I'm with the lizards. But welcome to the war you never knew existed. And you've all just been deputized.
I've never handled a gun in my life.
You're not gonna need one.
In a war? Do I file paperwork? Or I was in Girl Scouts. I could do first aid in the war.
I don't know if you're gonna last long in this, but we'll see.
Sorry, actually, I have a follow-up question. You asked if we're feeling...
Raise your hand?
You don't have to raise your hand.
You asked if we're feeling better? Did you find us like that? Or did you do that to us?
Yeah, we put you there.
Whoop. Why? Why is there so much blood, and why is it really good? Did anybody else feel that? Was it really good for you guys too?
Yeah, they probably doped it.
It's okay to admit it.
Definitely
You're in
not.
a safe space here.
Would it have already made Victor feel like literally more powerful? Like stronger? Like knows that he knows that he could physically, like, it's not the same as it was before. Like a super
Oh,
soldier
yeah.
serum in his vein type of thing.
Yeah, you'd have to think about it a little bit, but you definitely feel a lot stronger than you were before.
Yeah, I mean, he would kind of, as soon as he mentioned like the deputized into war, like it would kind of reframe his thought, and he would start to think about it and kind of do the fist flex thing, the almost cliche test of self power, And he would kind of go from worried about the situation to almost uncharacteristically forgetting about it, and kind of now trying to come back from the excitement of the prospect of what's being offered without even kind of knowing the full details, and kind of figuring out why that's such an easy leap for him suddenly.
Yeah, I can tell he feels it.
I have a question.
Well, I suppose I wouldn't be a very good Ductus if I didn't answer your questions at first. But you don't have to raise your hand.
Was I right about the apocalypse?
Yeah, you're living in the end times.
I've got Mythoseria. Is he lying?
No.
Was I right about the Illuminati?
I don't know what you think about the Illuminati, but sort of.
I think that you're asking good questions, but not the right question. Jesus fuck, put your hand down.
Do not take the Lord's name in vain. Thank you very much. First of all. I
Jesus
apologize for
fucking
raising my
Christ,
voice.
that's his full fucking name.
I'm going to give you a tip real quick here. Your existence takes the Lord's name in vain. Now,
First time I've heard that.
You said that we're living in the end times?
Hold it.
I think so.
Are you the good guys or the bad guys?
Don't be so dense about it. Do you think those are real things?
Are you the ones running the world or the ones trying to stop them?
See, now that's a good question. Yeah, we're the ones trying to stop it.
Okay.
I'm just going to point out that you probably feel something in your veins now that you didn't have before. And what that is that's power. And what I'm here to do is direct that power towards something useful.
Well, you're definitely starting to speak a language I understand and very much attach myself to. I'm not sure exactly how I fucking got here, but the specifics don't always interest me. There's a lot of things that are redacted from what I read, so my only question is how to get more.
I like you already. So here's the thing. Let me give you the spiel. The whole story. You're dead. Oops. But you're also not dead. You just joined Cain's army. Yep, that Cain.
Well, I've read that verse.
And the first thing I'm going to need you to do is forget what you were. That doesn't matter anymore. You sure as fuck can't go back to it. Pretty sure back in there might be everyone you ever knew is dead. And, well, they didn't make it. But that doesn't mean that you won't make it. So here's the thing. This New Year's Eve is always a trying time, but you ready to take the next step?
We don't have a choice.
Good
I'm always
answer.
open to new resolutions.
You said that what happened is to fight in a war to stop the world from ending? And we're a part of Kane's army now? So
That's what I said.
this is his divine will? It would have to be, right? That would make sense. It would have to.
That's a
This.
way of looking at it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is a mission. Okay. What? Fine. Okay. I'm in.
All right. And he lowers his spear. You hear the container doors slam shut. And that's when you notice the figure behind you. The figure behind you is a woman-esque shape that's sort of hunched over and wearing the habit of a nun and simple black clothing. But their face is one of the most horrific things you've seen in a while, almost like the face of a bloated corpse. Big, too many folds under the eyes, just thick, bloated lips. And she is clutching a rosary and looking you all over.
Fuck, can we stop getting jump scared like every single 5 fucking seconds that goes by?
Well, and this man who has not introduced himself yet, we'll go ahead and do that and say, by the way, they call me Curtis. That's enough.
Okay.
I'm
Curtis,
your new
that's
boss.
enough. Got it.
And this is Mother Magdalena. And don't worry, soon you'll be doing the jump scares.
So when do we meet Kane?
Hopefully you're a lot better when you do meet Cade. But hopefully someday. So, first, Magdalena's going to show you some things about how we do things around here. And you're going to listen.
This feels a lot more familiar than expected.
And
Magdalena.
Magdalena will come right up to your face, smelling like an open grave if you sniff, and just say in almost a whisper, "Do you acknowledge your curse is the holy monster who makes the mortal understand their place?"
Esther kind of looks for a second and
Wide open, bloodshot eyes just staring into yours.
She ponders everything and ponders her namesake for a second. And
It's a yes or no question, sweetie.
I do. I do. I think I do.
Good. She flips over right into Lucas's face.
Jesus,
Do you-
personal space.
You get used to it. Do you
Yeah,
serve
no,
your
no.
pack, never to betray it?
Again, I don't really think I have much of a fucking choice.
Good. She flips over to Ellie, gets directly into your face, and says, "Do you reject the masquerade and the puppets of the Camarilla?"
You know what? I think you're, yeah. Let's do this.
I like you. Finally, she turns, gets right up into Victor's face. Do you serve Cain in the Holy Gehenna War?
You show me the direction, and I will fight.
It will get you all the fighting you want. And then she backs away, turning to Curtis and says, "They will do." They will do. Curtis claps his hand. Great. Now I got to do the thing that stops you from killing each other.
The thing.
Yep. Probably one of our. I might add. You're not just part of an army. You're also now part of kind of a religion. So, here's the way this goes. You're a monster. Monsters like to eat people, as you've done already, right? The other thing, though, is that monsters find other monsters to be particularly tasty. And normally we don't discourage that, but we do discourage it within our own ranks. So, there is a rite that we do to prevent that from happening. And then at that moment, Magdalena will kind of brandish a cup in each of your faces, like just violating your personal space in every way possible.
Again with the
And
hold up. Does it permanently stop me from wanting to kick your ass? Because I really actually want to kick your ass right now. So
Lucas,
yes,
I have to say you are being quite rude to the mother.
I don't give a fuck.
just shut
Language.
up and do it. Language. Here's how this works. You're a pack now. You're my pack now. I'm the boss. She's your mommy. But this will stop you from wanting to kick my ass, and oh, it'll make you such a more effective predator. A takes the cup. He takes the cup and he pulls out a knife, cuts his palm, bleeds into the cup. Passes it to Magdalena. Magdalena does the same. Magdalena then passes the cup to Victor.
I suppose the pathway is to just drink then?
Put your blood into the cup.
Right, he'll just try to,
Since,
yeah.
since that started, by the way, since all of that, Lucas has stopped saying a single word. But he's 100% watching every single person that is bleeding into this cup right now while they're doing it. Doesn't know why.
Yeah, I mean, Victor will do his best to cut open the palm and add to it as well. And then pass it along. Pass it to. He'll pass it to Esther. I'm trying to think who came out in what order. That makes sense. Yeah, Esther.
Yeah, Esther will. Is there a knife or something being passed around
Yeah,
as well?
You can be provided a knife. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Like,
She'll be like, has everybody been TB tested recently? Does that matter? I don't think it matters. And she'll do it too. And just go okay. And she'll pass it over to Ellie.
I'm just gonna kind of pick up the cup, have a look at it, give it a sniff, and just kind of look at her new mum and be like, isn't this going to, give us a taste for each other's blood and make us more likely to eat each other? It's like you don't let a tiger eat people because once it's eaten people, it eats more people, right?
please shut
Back
up
me
and
up
put
here.
your blood into the cup.
I'm just saying.
You
if I
should
don't?
know the blood of the covenant. And the drinking of the blood is a solidifying of the bond. At least
That-
in my church.
Is that how this works?
It is a ritual. There is magic in rituals.
Was that a lie?
No,
No. Gonna
he
roll
fully
up the
believes in
sleeve,
it.
back of the arm. Nice place where we're not going to be using our hands to hold things. Small cut. In we go. Sleeve goes back down.
Which brings the cup to Lucas, who is having feelings he does not understand.
He's very much having feelings he doesn't understand about this right now. Yeah, as delicious as everything in there was, he really wants to drink every single thing in this cup right now. But also has a feeling that's probably very bad for him. He will reluctantly add to the cup. Really doesn't look like he wants to give it up when you just take it from him.
And then Curtis takes the cup, says, "We share the blood, we share the pack." He takes a sip from it, passes it to Magdalena, who takes a sip from it, who then starts to pass the cup around for everyone to take a sip. And assuming nobody downs the cup or something.
Super tempting, but
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could finish it at the end, right?
technically not supposed to. No, it's supposed to, I believe, go back to the priest to finish it.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. I do
And-
think Lucas at least takes a longer sippy sip because holy fuck, that is amazing.
That is for everyone. Come on. Milton, you have to pass the cake down. So in that moment, you do all feel as if it's like a kind of love for each other that wasn't there before. But love is probably the wrong word. It's more like loyalty. Curtis takes the cup back, returns it to Magdalena because the cup belongs to her, really, and says, "All right, now y'all should feel real good. And I think that y'all need to get some rest. Dawn soon. And we got a lot of work to do tomorrow." And that is probably a good spot to take our break. We will be back shortly. All right, we are back. Welcome back. Let's check in again with our little monsters. Not Lady Gaga fans, vampires. So you're kind of led over to some probably nasty cots, to be honest, to spend your evening. And during that period of nearly dreamless sleep, you probably start to come to terms a little bit more with what you are now. And as you wake up at the crux of the evening, which may be the wrong word for it, but whatever. You wake up and you now feel much more powerful than you were yesterday. You're starting to get a sense of what it is you can do. And that in a lot of ways is your ST saying mechanically you know what all your stuff does now on your sheet. And you have full blood. So as you're kind of waking up, you see Curtis come over. He's still got his spear and his shotgun, and he's just like, "Wakey, wakey, little monsters."
Yeah, I'd say Victor was probably ready, like Beverly already happened in his mind type of ready. At the end of the card to stand up to know what's coming next and be ready for roll call. Not to like show off. Obviously, it's just really ingrained in him. It's not. He's totally kind of oblivious to everything. It's not a thing where he's like I'm better than anyone here. It's just I was promised power, and he's had the night to think about everything and every conflict that could have changed, every person that he remotely cared about that could have been maybe saved, even with what he feels right now. That all the tides that could have turned, and what that means going forward. So he's kind of like geared up, ready for it.
Conversely, Lucas is just like sitting still on the cot, just watching Victor because he's like,
If you're all awake, it occurred to me that I didn't get your names, but at the moment I don't care. So I'm not going to bother yet. You can earn your name. So here's what you're gonna. I got a mission for you all. A little bit of proving yourselves. How's that sound? Now you don't have a choice.
It's like a chance to figure more things out, and exactly what has been given and what capabilities are.
Indeed, yeah. For the most part, we notice that that little bit of pressure is what really cooks y'all. Question is, will we get a crispy critter or will we get a nice cheese stick from TGI Fridays? Not yet. So you are going to go get something for me.
Mm-hmm.
In the museum, in a city over from here, somewhere in that lab, there's a little vial, unmarked vial of blood. I want it. Y'all are going to bring it to me.
What
How will we
collateral
know
is
it's the right
permissible?
one?
Sorry,
Victor would, you know,
you said collateral is permissible, but then Ellie, what did Ellie say?
How will we know it's the right one?
Given that it's in the museum, where there shouldn't be blood samples,
Mm.
I'm going to guess they have it somewhere refrigerated, and making it unmarked is how they're marking it.
Ooh.
Does
Whose
that
blood
make
is it?
sense?
It makes more sense if you... The Camarilla hide stuff in plain sight, is the point.
Come again?
Your new enemy, Camarilla.
Illuminati.
They call
Them.
themselves the little room? What the fuck?
Yeah, don't ask me. But they think they run the world. But it's a little bit like the Illuminati. They think they run the world, but they're serving a master. Our goal in life is to just take those masters and eat them.
That makes sense.
So now it's your goal too. And
It
maybe
is
that,
God's will.
and maybe just maybe that little vial is a clue to that. But more importantly, it's a test. Now, Victor, I've heard you say, is collateral permitted? And let me tell you, little monsters, that's the best part. I want you to make noise.
Spread the
I
good
want
word.
I want you to make a mess.
I'm going to make a guess. It's that masquerade we're not meant to like.
Very good. Yeah. Part of the Camarilla's power structure is based on keeping us a secret. Proud people do not hide, and you're not going to hide.
You should not
And-
hide your light under a bushel. You should let it shine.
That's right.
And us is gulls, yes? Middle Eastern corpse eater, historical.
Sure, whatever you want to think. So the point is, this is a chance for you to kind of stretch your legs and see what you're made of. Get me something that I want. And also, well, if you do fuck it up, you still probably got me what I want, which is a big mess.
Hey,
What are you going to do with the blood?
We'll have to figure that out when we get it.
You don't have a plan then.
Whose blood is it?
We suspect it's some big muckety-muck's blood. Point is, we want it. We want to study it a little bit. Because it might be a key to tracking someone.
Do that?
Sometimes. Like I said, worst case, you make a big ass mess. You piss off the camis.
You got firepower for us, or do we have to get that ourselves?
That was going to be my next question. Am I, kind of shrug and kind of like still feeling his own body? Like, is there gear or damn, am I the gear?
I think you should do this one on your own, but I don't know if you need a gun. Give you a gun.
You do have another gun on you right now.
I do.
So you need a gun? But we don't. I mean, you're bigger than us.
I'm saying this is a test. And if you want to cheat, I guess I'll let you, but I'd prefer you do it on your own with what you got on you. But what is if you go in there shooting guns, you might make the wrong noise. Get your gang violence in the science museum. Yeah, that's pretty common these days.
That's what they say.
In the middle of your quest, so to speak, if a bunch of cops show up, it's a complication.
And the cops.
Hmm?
Oh, they're just cops.
I was going to say that just kind of seems like, I guess, the new equivalent of pizza delivery now, right?
That's not supposed to be funny.
My heart is supposed to be beating if I'm moving and talking, and it's not, so kind of trying to shift my expectations here.
So, I can give you a ride, meaning you're driving. I can give you some gear if you really want.
Yeah.
All right, what do you want?
Spray paint.
That's easy.
Have we got a logo? Or a slogan? Or tags?
He points to
She's
one
good
of
at
his
that shit.
tattoos.
It would be very helpful if that was quite keenly displayed, perhaps somewhere on the screen for the audience's viewing pleasure.
What?
Yeah, if you ask about a logo, he points to one of his tattoos. Sword of Cain. If you're saying you're going to spray paint a building with the Sword of Cain, I like you already.
It's
I
controlling the narrative.
can do that too.
Sure, there's a lot you can do. What else you need?
Say Victor is kind of like almost seems agitated, like he's like realizing like literally the dream is almost like kind of coming true, like the power is there, like he doesn't need a load, he isn't even thinking about the loadout, like you offered that and it's just totally almost oblivious to it and everything else that's going on. He's almost like he's going to that like almost vibrating with energy, needing the fix, and then he just kind of goes calm and says, I will, if I need to drive, I'll drive, I just need a target.
I give you that. And he takes your hand and writes on it with a Sharpie. an address.
And he'll take it and look at it to. Obviously, it's in permanent marker, but not always necessarily permanent on skin. So he'll try to commit it to memory and be, just ready for action.
Can I ask something?
It's getting to be your last chance to ask anything, so yeah.
There's a brother and a sister, and they love each other very much, and they go down into the sea, and the brother eats the sister, and the brother comes back up, but now he's different and he's mad, but the sister's still there in the sea, and she's waiting. What does that mean? It's... Why do I know that? What does that mean?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Is that a lie?
It's not a lie.
Oh my god, I love her so much.
Interesting.
Okay. Well then, on that weird note, Santa Curtis, I would love a 9mm and a suppressor.
Suppressors are harder to come by. But I can give you a 9.
I'll take what I can get. Give me a 9 then.
Am I surrounded by criminals?
I would say capable people.
Crime's a social construct, it's not real.
I literally was a drug dealer, so yeah.
Do I get to ask for anything I want?
Do I even pray to God anything?
Well, you can ask for anything you want. Can you get anything you want? I'm not sure.
Books. Once I've done this, books. I want to know more. I want to understand what this is all about. Do you have reading material, explanatory pamphlets, texts?
Yeah. I think we can get you that.
I like you.
Don't read much myself, but know people who do.
Something tells me that mommy over there reads.
I would like more time and understanding of how we play a part into this. If I'm meant to be a monster.
I think
I
you're
need-
going to find out.
I need to know the best way that I can serve.
All right. Y'all are running out of night, though, so
Do we do this?
ready to go?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's fucking do this.
Okay. So he will lead you out to a pretty beat up car. Looks like it's going to be a relatively loud car as well. You're not driving the brand new vehicle here. Lucas, he will put a 9mm into your hand. And I'm trusting you with this.
I
Get
promise
back.
I won't put my eye out.
You might look pretty good with an eye patch, I'm not sure. So go down there, and the plan's up to y'all.
Alright.
Let's fucking
So
go.
what can we do?
I didn't say it earlier, but I saw a shadow do something when we were at the party, and I didn't do that. And I think I might be able to play with the shadows now. And if we're supposed to be monsters, then I might as well
Do that.
try to be one. I think I can obscure us.
You've got the Black Ocean in you.
How are you coming up with all of these weird fucking phrases, Ellie?
Do you not have...
No, I don't.
You don't have the siblings in your...
No.
I just have a voice that tells me that I should. No, never mind.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that voice.
But I am pretty sure that I could hide us.
Yeah. Can you make a move?
So what I am suggesting is there's the Shroud of Night from Obtenebration, where, like, should we get into a point where we're trying to stealthily enter the building, I can obscure us a little bit.
And also blind most of the party,
It's fine.
so you know.
Oh boy.
Be fine.
Do you think that Aster knows that?
La Sombra sees just fine out of it. Nobody else does.
This is fine. We'll just do the kindergarten like rope chain thing. We're just
Yeah. That's fair.
Hold hands and skip.
It'll be great. We're all wonderful. Tell me, did I get just an address, or were there keys?
There's no keys. It's
Okay,
just an
yeah.
address.
I was gonna say, well, I mean, while everybody's planning, I will be honest. Victor is like trying to get into the car and make sure that he could just, well, get into the car because it's not locked, and then checking to see if it can drive because he's almost in like agitation of waiting. Like he's trying to be able to step back and plan, but he also knows that when the time comes, like he's ready to, like a horse at the gate for the race. Like he wants the gate to open. Like he needs it to open right now, even if that means he's just the chaos to allow everybody else to be in the shadows or whatever. Like he needs to get there and to find out what this new life is about.
Yep. Lucas is similarly being kind of a little more active, not just standing and talking. He is checking over every single little function of that 9mm, because the last thing he wants is to find out that this shit jams really easily. Fuck.
It seems functional. It's a standard 9mm with, of course, the numbers filed off. So it's illegal, as it should be, though.
That
yeah,
doesn't bother Lucas one bit.
If you were to look up the address of this place, you would get it's the address of the Los Santosville Science Museum. And I don't want to, like, it's funny because I'm thinking like it's 1995. Like I guess you have to print out the MapQuest instructions. Curtis,
this is the place of history that that Victor spent a lot of time at because, thinking of prior conflicts. So he knows it well. There you go. We know how to get there.
So for narrative purposes, you know how to get there.
It's a small town. We know how to get pretty much anywhere, I assume.
Somebody knows somebody whose parents worked at this place. Small town shit.
Yeah,
and
it's
security
possible.
there. Not a big deal.
Career day.
It's possible you've been there as a child. so it's not unfamiliar to you. What's important to realize is right now it is closed because it is nighttime.
Sounds-
So is there anything else anyone wants to do before you head
Right.
over to the museum?
No, I guess say as Victor, no, he just wants to get there.
Is Mother Magdalena like anywhere in the vicinity while Curtis is talking to us at all?
Mother Magdalena, from some of your new understanding, is a Nosferatu, so she could be anywhere and everywhere all at the same time. She
Okay.
could be standing right behind you and you might not know.
Esther would say, before we go, if possible, I would ask for Mother Magdalena's blessing.
And yeah, I think that in that moment, in your ear, you hear just, and you shall have it.
And she just grabs her her rosary and like kisses the cross.
Don't run into the window, little bird.
Whatever the fuck that means. That's that's Megan. We'll say. But Esther just nods and she says, "While I may not yet understand your wisdom, I take it in good faith."
Okay. So now that you have the Nosferatu's blessing, and perhaps some new smells, assume that everyone gets in the car and starts to head towards this museum.
Vroom vroom.
Esther grabs the aux, is playing solely Christian music.
Pretty sure it's just a cassette with a cable at this point.
That's right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
If you attempt that, if it is just Christian music, Lucas will reach over and turn the radio off.
This is the Christian station. It's Jesus jams 24/7.
And the radio doesn't work
Absolutely
anymore,
the
so
fuck
that's
not. It's broken.
So
Just picture these two are gonna get into a fight the whole fucking way there.
Get some fucking Biggie on.
Mom, he's not letting me control the audio. I imagine Victor's like driving or something. And we're just like, Dad, he's not letting me change the station.
Okay, let's vote on the music. What station do we all want?
Anything but the Jesus fucking station.
Perhaps it may benefit us to just think ahead to what we're doing rather than concentrating on the music. I'm not sure what everyone's plan is, but this might end up brutal. I'm not sure how many
Smash
people
the
are
door
at this.
down. We ransack the place. Anybody which gets in our way, we... You people can all do the darkness stuff, right? You all got the ocean in you.
The shadows?
Don't know what you're talking about.
I have the shadows. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I feel like I could rip a
I
man in
think I
half.
understand what you're talking about. I think so. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How come they didn't change your face? Because I'm all elf-shaped now.
I was gonna say, yeah, you definitely look like you stepped out of a D&D book.
You probably got taller as well.
I think. Well, Well, the mother looks different from Curtis. So, and you look different from us? And
Okay.
can all of you do the shadow thing?
Yeah.
I have no idea, but I've also noticed something on our little ride over here. And that's that when I look in the rear view mirror, I'm the only one sitting in the back. Hey, you're not here. Pointing at Esther.
She looks in the rear view mirror. Mm, why are you
Motion swallows all the records of you. Washes away the shadows, washes away the images. It's only you left. Isn't that fun?
Why is it just me? What did I do?
I don't fucking know.
You're the older brother.
Abelson. This is my punishment. And gift.
Oh, God.
Question. You three.
Huh.
Can you tell when they're lying to you?
Who's they?
I don't think so.
Anyone. Say something to me that's not true.
Well, if we say something to you that's not true, wouldn't you already know that it's not true?
Try me.
I have never
I'm a
lost a
drug
fight.
dealer. I'm the oldest child in my family, and I hate rice. Two truths and a lie.
You three don't feel that? You don't feel that?
I have to say no.
Are we supposed to feel something?
Yeah, you can. Whenever anybody lies to you, it's like hot fat on the skin. You feel it. None of what those two said was wrong.
I mean, I absolutely told one lie there. But,
Yeah, I can tell you were. No, those two back there. Curtis and what's her name? Everything they said was true. You can't do that?
No.
So, whatever they did to us is different for each of us?
Based on personality traits, I think. You're familiar with humor theory, right? The four humors: sanguine, choleric, and so on. Yeah. Yeah. Based on what humors we've all got, we're getting different gifts based on that. I reckon.
Okay.
I don't fucking know.
Well, I think we should figure out our strengths. Or maybe if we already know, let's use them. If it is his divine will that we should be monsters, that we should do these things in order to better help humanity understand their wrongs, then we should do it to the fullest extent. We should do it properly. And we should do it efficiently. So, I think we need to lean into this.
I mean, given that he stood outside of whatever the hell we were dealing with a shotgun and a spear, I think is enough for me to point myself in the right direction. I'm not saying that I subject myself to a higher power, but staying the course and finishing the mission has made me survive this far. So that's my plan at this point.
Yeah.
I'm not doing any of this higher power shit. I'm just gonna make sure that we make it through this. Sorry, I
might-
still have no evidence of there being God.
You might not see it yet, but his divine will is all around us. And
I don't want to hear you say a single more fucking word about that. At which point, there is no more sound in the vehicle. At all.
Literally.
What a silent drive to the museum, everyone.
I mean, when I say there's no more sound in the vehicle, there's no sound from the vehicle either.
Oh,
It'll only
yeah.
last for a minute or two, and then okay, let's not do that again. No.
Oh, you didn't like that?
Not really. Actually, that was
Not a
awkward.
fan?
No, I don't like the. Let's not do the temporary deafness thing. That's shitty. I swear to God, if that's all I can do, I'm gonna be pissed.
We want to do
So-
the temporary blindness thing.
So as you get closer to the museum, I'm assuming you've just been driving the whole time. The museum it's next to the Santisville Science Museum, as it's called, is next to a river walk, and there is parking next to it, but that's definitely close to the museum. So it's up to you about how you want to park the car, or if you want to. I doubt you'd want to ditch the car, but you could. How do you proceed?
Yeah, is there any place, like you said, next to Riverwalk, that there's like common parking where there's still people are parked, but still gives kind of a view of the museum?
Midnight.
Yeah, you could definitely find that. It's getting late enough in the evening where there's not a lot of people around, just because a lot of the stuff is starting to close up for the night, particularly the museum. But you could definitely find some parking in the museum that is at least a little abandoned.
Is there any
Yeah, he would do that. He
CCTV
would-
cameras. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say that he would kind of look for any blind spots in those, and he would look for a parking lot that was kind of still had some activity in it, or spots that are taken, but then kind of park down from those, kind of close into the darkness more in those blind spots, if you could find them for sure. This still gives the best kind of vantage point on the museum and their approach to it, whether it's the Riverwalk side or whatever they're going to end up doing.
Right. So, lucky for you, that's a pretty easy thing to find. I think that the nice thing about it being 1995 is there aren't cameras everywhere yet. At least not in the parking lots. But you can probably find, you could find some spots that are maybe closer to the bars in the Riverwalk. They have some open parking, if that's what you're getting at.
Yeah, for sure. And it's something that's kind of like physically, obviously, not going to be weird for people to get out of a vehicle and start to go or head somewhere in the night, but also that's not very like suspicious at the same time. But so kind of maintaining the advantage of having access to the museum and any the various avenues they might want to take, but isn't it just going to be like, why the fuck are those people doing that? That's super weird at this time of night, type of thing.
Proximity without like obviousness.
Okay.
Still maintaining that tactical mindset for sure.
Yeah. I'm going to let that happen. That's not a super interesting roll, so we're not going to roll for that. There'll be much more interesting rolls coming up. You can find a place that's not too far from the museum and is fairly innocuous for people to get out of at night. Um, the one thing that you would think about is when you're getting out of this, whatever you do, depending on what you do, you're going to have a little bit more of a hike to get back to the car. So just heads up on that.
And I think at this point, kind of the mindset is still very, I don't know, I guess somewhat human in thinking, because obviously they haven't gotten into it yet. Like that's still part of the process. So that was still a decision that would definitely very much make sense for him to kind of try to set up in that sense.
Okay. So once you park, I assume everyone gets out of the car and starts to walk towards the museum, or anything else they want to do. Okay. So when you approach the museum, which is right up on the river, the museum can be described as what looks to be a building with maybe 3 floors, but then an attached building that goes a little bit higher on the east side of it, and on the west side of it, there's a planetarium. The main entrance to the museum looks like it is a typical kind of museum entrance with a very large atrium with sort of a lobby. And ticket counter and all of that. And this is all stuff you could probably see from the outside. As far as the interior, you'd probably have to go further inside and look. But from here, what is your approach?
Is the door open?
So yeah, is it closed or is it still technically open at this point?
The museum is closed. So there is, from inside the museum, there is minimal lighting. There's I guess you call it like security lighting, but minimal lighting.
I reckon we could just like throw a brick or something through a window to get in.
Not without setting off alarms. Any chance anybody is good at petty larceny?
Hi.
Have a crack at it.
Hi.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Lucas could probably.
I bet I could.
Are there?
And I bet I can make it up to a door and have nobody see me. Because
Well-
I think I figured out how Mommy Maggie does her thing.
I mean, I could also try to conceal you.
Save it. Let me try.
All right. So Lucas is having a look.
Yes, I would absolutely like to, while I do this, activate Unseen Presence.
Okay. So at this point, are you just taking a look? Or are you actually fiddling with the door?
First, I'm going to be taking a look.
Okay. Give me a wits larceny.
I can totally do that. That's
And it's
great.
at this for this it'll be like a difficulty 6.
It's actually a great roll for me, so I'm completely on board with this. I promise you I've got it, unless you want me to keep rolling these dice.
How many do you have so far?
Well, I have 4 successes so far, with 3 of those successes being 10s.
Yeah. Okay. So since those are just going to explode into like 240 successes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Museums don't exactly hide their
Yeah.
their security systems. So what you can see from here from the outside is that the door is probably alarmed. Inside there is at least one security camera you can see from the lobby, probably attached somewhere to a closed circuit television. that's probably attached to a security room somewhere. You could assume that there are more cameras inside. The lock on the door is not what you'd call sophisticated. It's a standard lock. It's depending more on the fact that they don't really expect a lot of people to break into the museum.
That's fair.
Who would do a thing like that?
What? Who would do that? That's silly. I mean, I can try to pick the lock. So actually, first I'll do the little circle back to everybody. Guess I sort of just appear out of nowhere. To report back the findings.
One camera?
That I can see right now. There's probably a few
Yes,
more
sir.
inside.
You can cover the camera in the dark, right? So it just doesn't do anything.
I can.
If you
Good
can
camera.
cover the camera, that'll give me enough time to pick the lock, get us in.
I think I can.
All right. Let's fucking
If-
go.
If God wills it, there's a way for us in.
Ominous Dominus. I get it. Let's go.
And Esther will once again finger the beads of her rosary and will try to utilize the Shroud of Night. In order to obscure us. Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so
And so
you-
it's a. Sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Manipulation plus occult. It says difficulty 7 here. I don't know if you want to, like, if you have your own difficulty set that you want to use, but.
No, it'd be 7.
Okay. And then success in the roll generates roughly 10 feet in diameter. Though it can, like, you know, undulate and move how I want it to move. But, so, what did I say? Manipulate plus occult. Beautiful. So, manipulation or occult. Okay. Hell yeah. Dice full, baby! La Sombra, let's go! Nice! Okay, so crit success. Success. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 successes.
6
Great.
successes?
Yes.
Okay. So you could conceivably create 60 feet of darkness.
hell yeah.
Do you want to create less than that, or you just want to block the camp?
I think for the sake of, like, testing the waters and feeling things out, she's just letting her, like, her belief and her, like, will wash into things, and just, like, she's feeling the full extent of things. So she is going to, like, feel the full 60 feet, the full extent, just
Okay.
like enjoying the feeling of the darkness.
Okay, so
She just, like, is holding her rosary and kneeling and just, like, kind of
so
breathing in it.
inside, I would say inside the lobby, the lobby behind the door disappears in a unnaturally dark and just unnatural, suffocating darkness.
Just for my edification, this is inside the lobby. This is not at the door.
Because the camera is
Thank
inside.
God.
The camera is focused inside
Yeah.
on the lobby. Yes,
Perfect.
correct.
Okay. All right. Yay! I can see still then.
Now, for you, it's going to be another wits larceny or dex larceny.
Got it.
Dex larceny. The trick. I'm going to pump the difficulty up to 8 because the trick will be not breaking the lock. It's not setting off the alarm.
Fortunately, I also have a good tool for that too. It's almost like I'm a shady little shit.
Okay. I think you hear the lock pop, and as far as you can tell, no alarm goes off. But you're pretty confident you didn't hit the alarm.
Good. We're good. Come
Whip out the spray paint,
Let's start
go
going
over
again.
the camera lens.
Uh,
How are
And-
you find?
so you pop the lock. You're going to spray paint the camera lens, you said, right? As you're moving, Esther will be thinking about you and like the small pocket of your vicinity will be visible to you. Like a small path forward because she can see where the camera is.
Very
And
sweet
she
of
can
you.
also control the shadow itself. So like
To
if
say,
it's not,
I think Ellie can see through it too.
can she?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Vulnerable night sight, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Saunter on in.
Nice.
So once that's done, I assume that you all enter the museum.
Sure.
I shouldn't assume. Sometimes that makes an ass of you and me. But
You would also be right though.
yes. Inside the museum, you pretty much on your left would be what looks to be an information desk. Towards the front of you looks like an exhibit to some exhibit halls, and then also to your left and forward to you would be, looks like lockers. Pretty standard sort of museum stuff. And then a little bit further down you can see the dimmed lights of the museum gift shop. And just past that, some stairs.
At the information desk, are there the maps of the museum?
Yes, there are.
Hell yeah. We're grabbing a map.
Okay.
Everybody take one.
Yep.
So you don't get lost, kids.
Does it happen to have like blood refrigerator marked on there?
It does not have blood refrigerator marked it. But you can tell now, looking at the map together, is that you are on the level 1 of the museum. There's one level below you and 2 levels above you. And you can see, if you look down on the map at the lower level, you do see a sign that says, it does say something about an employee-only area,
Beautiful.
along with some other
Yeah.
exhibits.
I would certainly say that's where we have to go.
Yeah.
If I was going to hide something from the public, it would definitely be where the public couldn't be.
In the bit where sunlight's not getting to it.
Hmm.
So as you, so then you would turn out of the lobby and start to head left past the museum store, past the cafe, and I think that's a good time for a wits awareness roll from everybody.
Hmm.
Difficulty,
Standard difficulty,
which is
6.
Okay.
6.
Wait, no, I lied.
Stop lying.
3 success though.
3.
3 successes.
I didn't
Also-
fail. I didn't fail. Fucking ones, man.
Okay. Okay. You definitely see like the evidence of you see what looks to be flashlights coming like as you're kind of approaching the stairwell to go down. From the stairwell across from you that's going up, you see flashlights and the sound of 2 voices.
Okay. Once
Are we
again.
in-
Oh,
Are we in the business of leaving witnesses?
We're in
I'm
the
not.
business of collateral damage.
yes, the business of leaving Wait, oh, shit.
No.
If there are witnesses,
go.
it spreads the panic better, which is the point.
So we leave one witness to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
The voices are getting closer. You hear mutterings of something with camera 1. I don't know what's going on down there.
And are they coming from like down, like a corridor or staircase, or like around
They're
a corner?
coming- They're coming down a staircase from the level above you.
I mean, is there like a kind of a wall to even hide at the bottom of the staircase?
Yeah, absolutely there is.
I mean, Victor would definitely kind of put back to wall and be listening and, attempting all of the senses that he has to try to narrow down, exactly before he's going to be able to even see them enter or exit the bottom of the staircase, for sure, to almost lay in wait and pray, like he's ready to pounce on one of them, no matter what anybody else says. That's just like his mind goes to the utter destruction of one of them, and obviously terrifying the other to leave a witness. That's all he heard out of the conversation.
Are they...
Yeah.
They're dangerous to us? She'll kind of like whisper.
Fuck them.
Dangerous to them.
They're a complication.
Can we scare them off?
They're a complication. I'm gonna blip out of view again.
They might trip down some stairs.
Hey.
I love the
That's the sweetie.
rationalization.
We're on the same page, right?
All right. If everybody is anybody just standing out in the
Oh, yeah.
okay, other than Victor and Lucas, who I assume you were telling you were obfuscating.
I am, yes.
Okay.
Obstacle. Unseen presence is broken in V20, guys.
I was considering making a small little barrier of darkness for them to have to walk through before they get to meet the surprise party.
Okay, I was gonna make somebody roll for stealth, but Security Dave and Security Bob just botched, so
We
they
could
are
watch
coming.
too.
Yeah, that's true. But I think two of you aren't even hiding, so
Yeah.
they're coming down, just blumbling down the stairs. I don't know this. I don't know why they didn't just not worry about it and send security like tomorrow, or it's probably a fucking tech issue. And then the flashlights hit Esther and Ellie.
Ellie, who looks totally normal.
Masquerade.
Esther, who's just like,
And they
Unfortunately,
say,
we're still a little too early for Slender Man, but
museum's closed, folks.
Yeah.
You know, I'd see as soon as Victor even sees one of them, if they come to the bottom of the steps, like he's like with the quickness, just going for the closest one, and legitimately like attempt to tear them to pieces, like not like.
All right. That's legit attack. So go ahead and make your attack roll with whatever you're using.
Oh yeah, I guess if it's just bare hands, I mean with brawl and strength. I don't know what you want me to roll for.
It's Dex Brawl.
Dex brawl, gotcha.
Yeah. Because they wanted to make additions as confusing as possible between each other.
Yeah, you know how it goes.
always.
Separate hit and
Let's
damage.
see. It's Ooh, I mean, there's a couple 10s in there.
10s explode.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, 2 10s and some other.
Tens explode, so you keep rolling them.
Wow. All right, and then into a 10 and a 9. So
Rerolling the 10.
and that turns into an 8.
Okay, so how many total was that? Like 5?
Yeah, like 5. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is blissfully unaware of your presence, so he takes it. You can roll your damage then, which I think is strength plus the 5 successes you got.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, goodness.
Unless you have potence or something.
I do have potence.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Would you like to activate that?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if I have enough dice for all of that, but
I mean, if you spend a blood, it's just extra successes.
yeah, we're just gonna totally. Let me. Oh God, it's been a long time since I've even.
I think this is about to be an ex-guard. He is about to be liberated from this mortal coil.
Yeah, let me ask you how much potence do you have?
Let me double check. Go back to it. 3.
Okay, so that's just 3 straight damage plus your strength plus 5 successes. So you roll those 7 dice, and he's probably paced.
Yeah,
Past
I mean,
dispenser.
yeah, I mean he's. I don't even know if paste is it. I think I just kept going after the paste and tried to make him into a new type of a substance that wasn't a solid, a plasma, or a liquid or a gas, just something all new entirely. I tried to create new physical material, I believe, with this one. So.
All right. Yeah.
you promote him to ghost.
Yeah, he has now taken the Wraith template. Because you definitely fill up his boxes with bashing and then go into lethal, and at that point, like he's crippled. So you just straight knock him out, and probably you hear if you caught him in the face, you would hear like bone shatter.
Yeah, I mean, I think
And
that's going to be the first thing that, going for knowledge wise, the first thing he's going for is for above the neck, and then, going for the head, face, and neck, and then working down as necessary. So,
Leave him unidentifiable.
yeah.
security guard two then is splattered with um, a good amount of blood coming from this man's mouth and neck. But is now aware of your presence.
Definitely.
So was anybody else going to do anything before he attempts to something
I would like
pitiful?
to. I would like to, unless somebody else has a thing they would like to do.
I am a distraction.
I would like to pop some tentacles.
Go
Oh,
for it.
I was gonna wait to pop my little guys, but
Go for it. I will cede this to you.
Just a couple of silly little guys come out.
just some little guys, you know.
Oh, talk. One, two. Only two little tentacles. One coming out, I reckon, from like there's a shadow directly underneath this guy, right?
Yeah, I mean there are shadows everywhere.
And then there's one shadow coming out from underneath the guy next to him who is onto the floor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, one tentacle out from each, just kind of gently wiggling in his direction, and then they'll get to act at the end of the round.
He is very scared.
I would like him to still be in place to be a little terrified at the end of the round. So
Okay.
I gotta make sure I'm reading this right, but I think I am. Pretty sure I am.
He is
Oh, boy.
terrified, for sure. A number of deeply unnatural things have just happened in his vicinity.
I mean, we want him to live, but we don't want him to necessarily get out of here too quickly and alert like police and shit just
Yeah.
yet. So I think I would like to, in fact, have Baby's first time using Scorpion's touch on this man's on one of this man's legs. So
Okay.
yeah. Just because why not? Why not? Let's do horrible things together, everybody. Okay, I definitely have a mouthful of poison. That's great.
And do you
And I'm pretty
you're
sure I
able
can
to
spit it on this man.
yeah, you can conceivably get closer because you were obfuscated and then
Yep.
do your thing. So if you want to make that attack,
Yep. Yep. I am definitely about to do ye old Banu Hakim spitting cobra move. Why not? I'm pretty sure that at fairly close range tool will do me, since I'm popping out of nowhere.
yeah. So are you just spitting randomly at him, or are you spitting specifically at?
Specifically, I am aiming at one of his legs,
Okay.
right around at the knee joint, because ideally, I would like this man to be severely hindered in trying to get out of here.
Okay.
Gives
So
us a timer.
yeah, so you will hit him in the leg. He is in crippling acidic pain now,
Yeah.
falling over. he's definitely, now that we get to like everybody who can kind of surprise him, unless Esther wants to do something else. You did surprise them.
Beautiful. This is more of a after what Lucas has done, I would like to do something.
Okay. So his thing is definitely he's oscillating between going for his gun and going for his radio.
Okay. Yeah. Esther's going to swoop in and will try to grab him, by his face. Because I assume he's, like, crumpled a little bit, right?
Yeah, he fell down.
Yeah.
So
So she's
lying at the bottom of the steps in clear pain.
She is going to grab the face.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt proselytize our doctrine. And she's going to utilize dominate command.
Sounds like dominate, yeah.
And specifically the command being proselytize, but like overarching. So she's baking it in there. Trying to encourage the spread of the word of what has occurred.
Okay. I think you have to roll for that. I'm in addition blindness again.
Player rolls manipulation plus intimidation. Difficulty equals the target's current willpower.
Okay, his willpower is 3.
Manipulation plus intimidation. Okay. Manipulation is...
Oh, how nice it is in V5 when this just auto works in Mortals.
Right?
I feel like it makes sense, but you know what? Is it possible to, instead of intimidation, utilize occult, since I am coming from a religious perspective?
Yeah. Use intimidation. Megan.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
I know your tricks.
Listen here, punk. Okay. So you said it was theirs is a 3?
Her willpower is 3, yeah.
So I have to, like, whatever dice I roll, I have
Anything
to.
that's a 4 or higher is a success.
Everything is 4 or higher is a success.
Beautiful. Just making sure. So that is 4 successes.
Okay, yeah, no problem. He doesn't have a clear understanding right now of what he's supposed to do.
Go
but
tell
it'll
him.
become... So, yeah, it's going to be difficult for him to tell anything because he's crippled, but he will eventually.
Yeah. I just want to plant that seed, you know?
Okay, so at the moment, he just starts muttering a lot of things that he does not understand.
Cool, good.
Saying a lot of praise canes, down with the antediluvians.
No, not that. I don't even know that shit.
Well, or something like that. Yeah, I'm just trying to see, like, how a person has no understanding of... How a person that has no understanding of Sabbat theology...
Oh, well, and I'm not saying to...
preaches when they're like...
I'm not telling him to preach Sabbat stuff. Okay. I am specifically, like I said, proselytize our cause, our, like, what we have done here, is what I'm saying. Like, speak,
okay.
Like, tell of your experience. Tell of what you have seen.
Okay, good. That's much less of a mindfuck for me to try to figure out.
Yeah, it's that in the sake of, like, to try to like help people understand what has occurred and be like, yes, this is a good thing. Like, this is good. This is what we want more of, is this.
Tonight I was blessed with acid spit. Okay.
It's like, there are people stronger than us that are better than us.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that directive is in.
Hell yeah.
He is muttering about it.
I want to make him my little Renfield.
Jesus.
So we will consider those two guards subdued, even though one of them is now just yelling repeatedly about what happened tonight.
Good.
I think we got a timer now, guys. So.
And we can just
Well,
take
he's
the
not used.
radio off him.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're taking the radio. Do you search these guys?
Yeah.
Don't know
Probably
about everybody else.
because-
I'm feeding. That is a corpse full of perfectly good, perfectly edible blood, and I am getting down with my little scoopy hands.
That
Just
works,
scoop it up.
because it's rapidly leaving his body.
God.
Getting down with the little scoopy hands.
Little scoopy hands.
Meanwhile,
I will
man,
search them both because these are guards. Guards have keys, and they also said something about being sent here by somebody. So that tells me at least that there are other people in the building.
They got some sort of notification about one of their cameras being messed up.
Yep, and
So-
then something about being told that they have to check it tonight instead of just waiting for morning.
That would probably be those Camarilla people.
Maybe,
So,
but
but I think perhaps the right area. Should we focus more on figuring out where the heck this blood is?
that's part of why I'm looking for keys, pass cards, anything.
So, like, does the map notify like where the security office is?
you think that the security office from the map would be upstairs, whereas that employees only
Yeah,
area is downstairs.
Downstairs. Okay.
That's the difference.
Yeah, and that's what Victor pointed out. Well, like security is stationed upstairs, which makes sense why they were coming down. But where we feel we need to go is still further on this floor. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure we have to worry so much about who runs the museum at night or whatever, so much as getting to the goal, getting out before Acid Knees over here makes a complaint about it to HR.
If anybody wants to make me a wits plus streetwise roll,
I can do that. I mean, for a shot of it, since you want it so badly.
standard difficulty 6.
I think
Would
I think multiples
pattern
of us can roll.
recognition? Would a pattern recognition spec apply?
In this case, yes.
I hope somebody else but me rolled that too, because
Nothing.
Just got one success out of all of that. I thought that was going to be way more
that's
successful.
better than what we got.
I got
Yep.
a 7 above over 6. That's what I ended up with out of all of that. I was really excited about Streetwise, and then it just kind of went, boom. But we got a success.
Okay.
You know, I have I've got some. No, I don't have any streetwise. Never mind.
You do
Oh.
not.
I've got some wins.
I think in this case, I just
Yep, did not give me streetwise.
this would be you can still roll it, but this would be specifically a streetwise thing. For one success, you do notice these guards have flak vests and a gun, which seems a little unusual for a museum.
Oh no.
It is those
The
guys.
guns, maybe. The flak vest, that's weird.
So yeah, I would say it kind of strikes Victor as more of like a back to conflict war zone type of armament versus a local city, small town, like museum type of situation. So yeah, Victor would step back and definitely kind of eyeball him over and check the plate and like pull the plate out for a second, put it back in, and then step back to everyone else and say, these are more equipped for war zones than museums. So something tells me that this is not just a local enterprise, that they're here for another reason. Because
Someone's expecting us.
they're definitely here for more than just dinosaur bones.
Curtis did say that the Camarilla like to hide things in plain sight. And it seems like this rival faction must be involved, so we're not playing with petty pawns, we're playing with knights.
Perhaps it's best that we did leave their pieces and somewhat, pieces in plain sight and go get the goal at hand.
Go.
Sure. Sending a message, and that is what they will us. God decreed that we should spread the word, and spread the word we shall.
So in terms of what... Go ahead, sorry.
Have they got anything like occult, weird, or like letters, documentation, anything like that on them?
No, they do not. And I was going to go into what they do have on them is
Go for
they
it.
have their wallets, standard wallets. They have, each of them has a revolver. Each of them is wearing a flak vest. And then also attached to their sort of shirt collar, or their shirt, I guess it would be their shirt pocket, is one of those things that looks like a security swipe badge.
Yoink. Taking them.
But other than that, there's nothing on them that seems, other than the flak vest being a little bit much for museum security. They don't have anything that seems particularly weird. No swords of true faith or something like that.
We thank you for being a generous storyteller.
Who wants
I
their
could-
guns?
I could have been like T-Pup and then had their wallets filled with cherished memories of their families.
We're not allowed,
Yeah, I'm just assuming that's there, but we're all terrible people and don't
And
care.
they're just like,
I don't give a shit.
what's this, a fucking baby? Just throwing
just put the wallet face down in the blood pool, like that's where that belongs.
Your wife is how many months pregnant? I don't care. It's fine.
Welcome to the Sabbat, everyone.
Yeah, we went there anyway. All right, onto the employee only section.
Anyway.
Okay, so the employee, like I said, you have two choices. You can go upstairs where presumably security is, or you can go downstairs to where this employee only area is.
Well, Natalie, I
feel
guess
like
if you want to leave
down.
graffiti, there's enough blood on the floor, but I think we should continue down and follow the map.
Yeah.
Probably paint some gibberish about the apocalypse.
Okay. So if you start heading down the stairs, you come down the stairs past you can see downstairs there's some more exhibits, a lovely exhibit about dinosaurs, something about going to the moon, who cares? And you can see kind of further down the hall, there is a doorway at the end of the hall that says employees only. Please don't stop to
Let's
look at the
go.
dinosaurs.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Are there... I assume we're keeping eyes on cameras.
I'm keeping eyes out for
Are-
cameras,
are you?
absolutely. I am.
There's definitely some down here.
Well, like, it doesn't really matter to me, personally.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to you.
But for the sake of everybody else, do we need to be a dark little cloud? Because we can be a dark little cloud if we need to.
I can't see through your dark little cloud. That's the problem.
I think being surrounded by a dark little cloud would be nice.
Yeah.
We can share in the communion of the Lord and embrace his beautiful darkness that he has gifted me.
Yeah,
Sure,
whatever you're gonna
why
call
not?
it. You just obscure the cameras. That'd be great. Yeah.
Black ocean. Before the word and the light, there was the ocean that was chaos. And that's what you're doing. You've read your Bible.
I have.
Well then.
What existed before the Lord spoke of light was darkness. And that is what I have.
The camera's
is-
there
God wanted.
in the before 4 times.
Let's get our spray paint on.
Fucking cameras.
Okay,
Right.
Absolutely get existential later, guys.
Turn off
This
the
is not the
lights.
time.
let's go. I'm going to turn the lights off.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Yes.
that is gonna be
Walking.
Shroud of Night. So another occult or manipulation occult. Yes. Big rolls, boys. Beautiful. Okay. Oh! Good success. So 2, 4. Ah! 2, 4. 6. No. Yes. 6 successes.
6 successes. Okay.
Fucking hell, look at you go.
So you could probably conceivably with
Nice.
that keep the cameras covered as you move through this hallway.
Mhm.
And then as you get to the end of the hallway, there is a door, an employees only locked door, with what appears to be a keycard swipe.
You
I
do
guess
the
I
honors,
feel like you
Victor?
have something for that.
Ew. Well, I'll swipe the key card.
Click. The door unlocks.
You know, for a bunch of random strangers, we're doing pretty good at committing crimes together.
I feel
Yeah.
like strangers can generally come together for crime more than most things, so let's just keep that energy for sure.
It's basically like playing D&D.
I think my parents talked about that, but that's satanic worship, actually.
I feel like you're a couple decades
You're a
behind on
fucking
that one, but we can
vampire.
move forward.
I mean, to be fair, my family is heavily religious.
Oh,
You come
shit,
through-
sweetie.
So as you
I would have never known unless you told me. And I'll just
I
step
know,
through the
it's
door.
really
There's no
difficult.
context.
I'm
as you
really
work out
like conservative about it compared to
as you
most.
work out the theology, you do open the door.
Yeah.
And you are confronted with a very, very bright hallway. It is that ugly fluorescent laboratory lighting.
Gross.
And you think to your left, you see just some offices. To your right, you see what looks to be a fossil lab. At the end of the hallway, there is an elevator.
How
Did it
many
go
floors
up
is
or
this place
down?
supposed to have?
You are on the lower level.
Goes down further.
Might.
So if you're going back to conceptualize the building as I described it, and I understand we didn't we didn't even actually see anything. We had to play theater of the mind. But you have moved from the museum to the attached building on the left,
Okay.
which goes a little higher. So from a certain perspective, you went down in the basement, moved over a building, and now you're in the basement of that building next to it,
Okay.
which is attached to the museum.
And so there is an elevator.
At the end
Are
of the
the
hallway.
Are they up and down?
The buttons are up and down.
So there is a down.
Open for diagonal, but
Diagonally.
Willy Wonka bullshit.
It's not a walk-evator.
Up and
you never
out.
know with those folks.
I feel like if there's gonna be a place where there's blood, it would be down.
Probably.
Sorry, I misinterpreted you. Like it will only go up from here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Then that
Well,
makes
There isn't
choices
a secret
then.
basement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes
See,
I'm
we
a
were
duck.
thinking there was a secret basement.
A double
So-
secret basement.
Then all the way at the top would be the blood, because if these people are very
mean-
big and highfalutin, then perhaps.
Does it look like there's any other like fucking lab refrigerators on this level in any of these rooms? I don't do science
Yeah.
shit, so
So you said just a fossil lab and then some other, so not really any refrigerated blood
Mm.
options.
Oh, okay. So they said.
No, it's just it looks like, because the lights are all still on. I mean, it is a fossil lab.
Okay.
There is a fossil on the table.
It's gonna pocket them because they're cool.
Yeah, how big is the fossil? I guess probably should have been the question. Just putting like a mass,
I don't
full-size
think
femur of a
that matters
Tyrannosaurus
to
Rex. I don't know if
I really don't think that it matters to Ellie what size it is.
just trying to make it fit.
gonna say
What you
Yeah,
got
I
there?
just
A smoothie.
you've just made me picture like a Primogen meeting, and the Tremere being like, and they took the fossils.
All of them.
100%. Why not?
Yeah, if you really want to steal anything, you could break a window and take a small one. I mean, you don't want to take a T-Rex skull.
I
I
want
do,
and
but I
should are
can't.
Bold of
different.
you to assume.
We can get the T-Rex skull on the way out. We
Yeah,
are getting the T-Rex skull on the way out.
That'll be our final distraction plan.
100% we're getting that. Yeah. It's our fucking souvenir. We've earned it.
This is our little treat, okay? Fuck.
We were definitely getting fired immediately on mission 1, but
No, I think we're exactly what they're fucking looking for.
Hey, Curtis, look what we brought.
So, do you? Well, okay. That aside, do you go to the elevator?
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
The elevator has 6. It looks like there's a plate by the elevator that has 6 things. Like you're on lower level. Level 1 is biology labs. Level 2 is archaeology labs. Level 3 is more archaeology labs. Level 4 is zoological labs, and level 5, which is the top, says museum executive access only.
I think we're heading to the top.
Is it gonna let us?
That or biology?
Yes, it
I
was
don't
there
know.
bi-
I
you said
barely
biology,
graduated
right?
fucking
Yeah.
high school here.
Well, yeah. I mean, biology lab would be a thought. But if it's something that's super special and it's supposed to be executive only,
Our directive was also in plain sight, and executive suites
Yeah.
aren't exactly in plain sight, where biology might be a little bit more.
Let's just go one floor at a
Yeah.
time. Try
Yeah,
the
let's
next
go.
one, see if it's there. Just keep
Okay,
on going.
let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Biology
Elevator.
is-
All right.
Yeah, press all the buttons.
No.
So
You gotta
the
hit for the biology lab first, I guess.
yeah, go to the. I would say that if you want to go to the executive lab, if you hit that button, there's another place where you have to swipe a card to get it to go to that level. But the biology lab, you can go to that level.
Yeah, we'll try that one first.
Try that one first. Okay, you go up to the biology lab. Going in there, you see on again on your right are a series of offices with names you don't know. And on the left is a biology lab with centrifuges. There's little things that shaky the blood samples, various other biological equipment, chemicals and stuff. And it looks like in the back there are definitely some industrial freezers or refrigerators. You can't tell from here.
Does this look right?
Have a crack at it.
That seems like it would be the place.
Okie. Guess we're going through some fridges.
All right. Do you? There's a door to get into it, which has a card slot.
Card.
Multipass.
There you go.
Little multipass.
In this case, nothing happens.
Are you fucking serious?
Let's just
Try the
rip the
other key
door off.
cards because there
No.
was two of them.
Yeah,
I'm
try the other-
trying
yeah, it's good.
anything.
You just get the red light again.
God damn it.
So on a
Smash it.
scale of this looks like a strong fridge to just like rip the door off, what are we looking at?
Well, this is to get into the lab entirely, which does have an open window in front of it too.
Oh, that's easy. Brick.
Are you just carrying bags of bricks? I
Brick.
feel like you're.
I'm just gonna like pick up a chair or something and throw it through the window.
Okay, you're really doing that?
Unless somebody suggests I don't once I've picked the chair up and started.
Lucas, do you feel like you could short?
I can't pick an electronic lock. I mean, like I can try to short it out somehow.
Yeah, do you feel like you
But-
could short it?
I can try, and if that fails, then break some glass. Sure, why not? Let's try.
All right. You talk
I'm
Ellie
sorry,
down with
Ellie.
the
I know you
chair.
really want to break. I know you really want to
Just
break
put
that
it-
window.
Just a second, Ellie. Just put it down for a second.
All right.
I know what you're feeling.
Like, this is where Jonathan really wishes he'd taken computers or something on this character.
Yes. This can be wits larceny, but it is going to be, I think, a difficulty 9.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
Let's see how well this goes,
Hard to
everybody.
pick this kind of lock. Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to short it, not pick it.
Oh, if you're trying to short the lock, you don't have any.
I don't have any
I'll,
computers, though.
I'll let you do it with larceny. If you're trying to short the lock, I'll bring that down to an 8. That's a different kind of thing.
Yeah. Mm,
Because the trick is doing it without hitting some kind of kill switch or something.
Yeah. Trying to remember how willpower works in V20.
One free success.
1 free success for each willpower.
I'd love to use a willpower right now.
Okay. So you get 1 success.
Yeah. I can burn more willpower if I need more than 1 success. I'm fine doing that.
You need more than 1 success. Or there are consequences.
Ooh.
Okey-dokey. Hate those words, Ian. Oh, fuck.
They're
That's
fun,
so
though.
little willpower. How many do we need to get into this room without immediately drawing aggro?
4.
Guess we're drawing aggro, guys.
You can be bold. Yeah, I mean, this is a one shot.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna draw some aggro.
The door pops. But the kill switch hits. So you start hearing alarms.
Ah, dicks.
Say as soon as
Okay,
the
it's go
alarms
time.
go off. Yeah, as soon as the alarms go off, Victor is rushing through the door and heading for the fridge to check and see if
We're moving as
there's.
quickly as possible. This is completely fine. Don't worry about it. We are going to do this. I'm gonna hide us when we get the fuck out of here. Woo! No, you know what?
You go.
When I'm tired of this. Okay. When we get the fuck out of here, this
Hell
is
yeah.
gonna where I'm gonna use the shit that I have. I'm gonna use it when we get the fuck out of here.
Character growth.
Proud of you.
So
So you're contemplating that. Victor, you just run in there and open the fridge?
I'm
Yes.
right there too.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the rest of us are.
It's
Yeah.
probably filled with hundreds of blood samples on trays.
I have a
Nice.
plan.
Okay.
I have effectively Kiersid Spirit Touch. I'm just going to start going through each of them and going, okay, spooky vibes, no spooky vibes, no spooky vibes, no spooky vibes, until I find something which does.
You
She's just
find
throwing him over her shoulder.
In blood.
No, 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 no.
Okay. I'm gonna make another roll really quick. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, you're able to, by doing that. That is a really unique and awesomely creative way to do that, and it works. You find it was a little hard to find the unmarked vial, but the unmarked vial is because they're all in these trays. But you pick it up and you immediately know that's what you're after. It has spooky vibes.
Can I
So
roll
you'd
to
l-
get as much vibes off it as possible to work out whose this is?
You can try. I will point out also that as soon as you find this,
Yep.
you all have a compulsion to want to drink this.
Oh no! Fuck you! Oh
Not,
no!
not a self. I won't put it on like a self. Okay, so also while Ellie's doing that, does anybody have dots in science?
Yes. 1.
Let me give me a science roll.
no, but medicine, yes.
Medicine would work as well.
So just a straight up science roll?
Like intelligence plus science or wits plus
Intelligence, okay,
science.
yeah, that makes sense.
Your choice on that.
Intelligence or wits, you said?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'll take that. I mean, that's a double 10, so.
Rolling him.
What's the standard difficulty? You
6.
said? 6. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, double 10 followed by an 8, so I feel
4.
confident now. I feel confident now.
Good for you, yeah.
Okay. Recall that you just pulled blood out of the fridge. So, any kind of medicine knowledge or science knowledge tells you that you probably want to keep this cold.
Are there any cold pack containers nearby?
Yeah, you could search around for some.
Yes, we would definitely search for. I mean, heck, I don't even care if it's a lunch bag with an ice pack at this point.
Okay.
I assume there has to be like a cooler or freezer or something like that.
Cooler. Cooler's actually the word I was looking for, but I couldn't think of it, so I said lunch bag. Thank you.
I would say, Ellie, for what you get, you don't know who. Oh, that's very helpful. This is the blood of a 7th gen Tremere.
You three. Questions.
What?
What is Tremere?
You fucking none of you fucking
I have
know
no
that.
idea. Yeah, I have no idea. That's
What is seventh
don't
gen?
know.
What is generation? And
I don't
what does
know.
seventh mean?
I think we all know the same amount of things.
None of you
But
have
if
brain
it's-
stuff.
If it's something that's really high importance, then no, it sounds special, but they want it, so we have to give it to them. Unless
Anybody,
it's
I
better.
want to drink it.
Unless
if anybody wants to give me a wits awareness also to look for cold stuff.
Ooh,
Yeah,
What
that's
about-
probably a good idea.
occult rolls.
This is pretty. No, this is not a cult. This is the standard. Blood storage is not particularly spooky, even if it's spooky blood.
We've hit the part of the game where the dice try to kill Jonathan. It's a 1. It's 1 success.
Okay.
We're just going the standard difficulty 6, or
Standard difficulty, yeah.
okay, good, yeah, because I have literally 3 6s, so it's like it's trying to taunt me as well.
Yeah. You find in the
Yeah.
You find in the bottom of another storage unit, like one of the other fridges, like a cooler.
Slapped it on the table and opened it up for the blood to be put in.
Okay.
Let's do it.
We have a little ice pack situation.
Yeah, it's a cold storage unit, so it's got
Oh.
ice packs in there.
Sick.
Won't last forever, but
Long
you
enough.
think it'll get it long enough.
Cool.
We're not yet sure we have forever, so let's
Is
just
there
move with
an
what we have.
emergency
go.
exit on this floor? Wait. Yeah. Is there an
That's
emergency
a
exit
good
on this
idea.
floor?
Yes, you could probably at the end of the hall near the elevator. There are the stairs.
Are we
Probably-
not going back for the skull?
I don't think that would be a good idea.
I don't think we have time.
Promise.
I get a vibe we could break in here again, Ellie,
Yeah.
at a later date.
I think quite possibly we could get a bigger skull.
You hear the elevator descending.
We need to move.
Yeah, we could get a bigger skull. Let's go.
Yeah, Victor will hold the container out for Ellie to put the blood into,
All right.
and then he'll close it up and then sling it on the back and start moving for the exit.
Guess I'm following Victor.
Yup.
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
Evens or
I'm gonna be
odds?
right there with Victor, unseen.
Evens.
Doesn't help when I throw the
Unseen,
dice.
gun drawn.
You said evens?
I say evens.
Okay. The elevator is still descending when you get to an emergency exit to the stairs.
Fucking go.
Emergency exit.
So you're just running down the stairs. So it's gonna be like 3 flights of stairs out.
Yeah, we don't have to
Ram.
breathe. Good.
I'm gonna ram a chair under the handle to make it harder to open the door to come
Nice.
through
Okay.
after us. Is
Okay,
there a
so-
central stairwell with
I mean,
like
you're
a
not-
gap leading all the way down?
I mean, you're kind of in it right now. There's like one
Like, can I-
stairwell, one elevator.
Could I jump over the banister and just fall the whole way?
Can you survive that? Is that okay?
You could. I think you would get hurt.
What if I summon some shadow tentacles at the bottom to catch me?
Ooh.
Okay, you're gonna Dr. Octopus this.
Yep.
Okay.
Ellie is Doc Ock. Okay.
Spending a willpower on this one.
Okay.
One. That's a lot of tens. 2,
Nice.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then one more for the willpower. 10 tentacles at the bottom. And I'm just going to jump and let them catch me.
10 of them, I don't think that's going to be a problem. So Ellie just jumps.
Can your tentacles catch me too?
Can we do that?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if Ellie just jumps out of nowhere, we're all gonna, or at least attempt to jump and trust in the blood team.
Yeah.
20 points for like using arms of Armin in a way I have never thought of. I think I've used it to climb up, but never like to make a trampoline.
Yeah, Esther jumps up on the railing and then just trust falls backwards.
Trust in the darkness, Esther.
Oh. Right before Lucas jumps, it's just, oh, your Jesus better not fail me now. Vault over.
Okay.
When everybody lands, Esther does say, "And God is good."
No, I'm taking the credit for that one.
Yeah, exactly. No, this was not that.
What would
God
Ellie do? How
designed
about that?
Ellie.
God designed the monsters that should be the downfall of humanity.
Oh my God! Just get
We-
start moving again.
Are the monsters he designed. We know it to be true. The mother said as such.
We can talk about theology later. Can I just leave the tentacles to kill anything that tries to follow us down?
Yeah, they'd probably go away after a time. But yeah.
Just leave them thrashing for a bit.
Yeah.
So you're now all down at the bottom.
Yeah, we were going down in an earlier round. You could say we were going down swinging.
You cannot. So you get down to the door. You can open the door, and out you are into the night once more.
Then
Do you simply run to the car?
I don't know if I'd call it simply so much as, blending in with the night as much as possible to get to the car.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am continuing to create blob of darkness around us to try to disguise our escape.
Okay.
I'm going to take 30 seconds to spray paint Kane is coming in big letters on the front door and then book it.
Hell yeah.
You were told to make a mess.
Ooh, you know what? And I can stay with you to because you can see in my darkness.
Yeah.
I can completely hide you while you're doing it too, so it'll just be there after a cloud of darkness passes.
Okay. So
And then book it.
you've succeeded in your mission. You have successfully probably got the you sent a couple messages actually, and you've managed to retrieve what you were asked to retrieve. So you get back to the car, probably with the measures that you've taken, probably without too much trouble. And getting back in the car and probably driving back to where you started. Unless there's something anyone else wanted to do.
Yeah, no, I mean, if anybody else makes a request, but yeah, that would be Victor's direct approach is to go back to origination point because there wasn't another address given. Address given. Regretfully, no T-Rex skull, Ellie, but we'll make a return trip to the museum.
Yeah.
Get you a better one.
Esther, the time around is just very obviously much more open and free and just enjoying
Saying
the
curse
ride
words every
back.
other word to really get a feel for it. Is that the?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, she's like, "This is fucking awesome! I can't fucking believe it." Yeah, she's
Lucas
like,
is gonna sit there with her and explain the various uses of the word fuck.
The diversity of the word.
"I've
Exactly.
only said fuck a handful of times up until
But
tonight.
now you know how to use it in all of its fucking forms.
It's fucking fantastic."
So after a really good fucking time on the way back,
After a fucking fantastic time.
you pull up to the warehouse that you left. You enter. Curtis is there in what appears to be a lawn chair waiting for you, with Mother Magdalena standing piously beside him. Well, I'll be damned, you did it. I'll be damned anyway, but, you know.
Nice show off, you two. Do you know who this is in the little vat in the cooler?
Nope. No idea.
Somebody
just knew
called
they
the
had some-
Tremere 7th iteration.
Really?
Yeah. What does that mean?
That means it's a really old magical fucker.
More magic than us?
No.
Why?
One that I would very much like to track down and kill. So, hand it over.
I mean, Victor will walk up and sling it around and unhook it and hand the cooler over.
All right. He opens it up. Looks at the blood. He's like, okay, I'll have to get this to some storage, I guess. But, you know what? And in that moment, he uncorks the vial and drinks it.
Guess that's a form of storage.
Should have seen that coming.
Thanks for the snap run, kids.
But
I don't suppose there's a tip.
Oh, yeah, I guess the tip is when you find something like that, drink it yourself.
no, I don't want to do that. I wanted you to tell me about it.
Mother.
Tell your children not to walk my way.
Oh my god. Is that a Danzig reference?
All right, Glenn. Yeah. All right.
Yep, it was.
Is
Um,
Mother Magdalena present? You said?
Yes, she's right there.
Mother, is this the will? Is to be deceitful and to feed thyself first?
Yeah, it sort
It
of
is
flies in
in-
the face of that whole feel-good little ritual that you wanted us to do last night.
It was my understanding that it was the will of the many that we were after, not the will of the few.
And Magdalena looks to you. Looks to Curtis. And says, your leader has failed.
He has.
What is your choice?
Death upon those that would break the covenant.
He just bows back. What do you all do?
Kids, I think we're about to murk a Ductus.
I'm gonna try to fucking bite fucking Curtis, man.
Oh, 100%. That's
All
the
right.
goal.
In the end
I
game,
like-
doesn't work.
And I like that image of all of you coming into your own, leaping onto Curtis as he does not quite realize the mistake that he has made, and you drink him dry in the true traditions of the Sabbat, securing your position for now and evermore as the newest war pack on the block.
Let's
And
fucking
that said,
go! Let's fucking go!
And that said, that is a very nice end point for this wild and crazy one shot in which Arms of Armin was used in some new unique ways. But thank you. And I want to give everyone another opportunity to shout themselves out if they've got anything they want people, like I said, follow me on Genghis Pawn, follow me here too, where I'm going to do a lot of things. And I don't know what that emoji is.
The man.
I thought it was Bill Pullman for a second. But anybody have anything that they want to shout out or?
No. I mean, shout out to No Safe Rolls. Shout out to the Beloved Nerds whenever we are streaming stuff on there. There's videos to watch that have already occurred. There are things in the works as well.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure. I mean, well, go ahead.
I was going to say, if any of you are enjoying this little jaunt through Sabbat Madness and would like to experience your own shovelheading, go ahead and look up Jackalope Live Action Studios, where we run the night in question.
For sure. Yeah, I just obviously always shouting out Creative Disarray Inc. Like I said, I'm the latter half, but the other half does a lot of the behind the scenes and artwork, doing a lot of the APs and production side. But we do have a lot of character art side of things we're working on, more a little bit lighter and anime side than this right now, and also the custom stickers we're really getting into, waterproof and full on that, to be able to send out to folks. And always looking for opportunities to work with great folks like No Safe Rolls and others, for sure, to really get out there on that side, while also kind of getting into producing our own in the future. But always a great time, and thank you for the opportunity, for sure. It's been great to be evil for a little bit.
Yeah. I am Cave Girl on social media. I am Dying Stylishly on Drive-Thru RPG, where I sell a bunch of stuff that I've written. Have a look at it. It's all fun indie shit. Yeah, look it up. Also, if you're not watching Saint Arden by Night, which is on this channel, it's really good. I'm having a great time watching it. Get in on it. And yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. And I think now what we're going to do is we are going to use our last few moments to pass on the raid love to somebody.
Yes, 100%.
But thank you for joining us. Thank you, players, for at least putting up with me. And we will see you again soon.